Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Manning K Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun and Ascendant for August 2025. How are you, Scorpio? I always worry. I don't worry about you per se. There are many Scorpios in my life that I do worry about, but overall, you're pretty self-sufficient. So, what we're going to do this month, we are pulling a card from the Find Your Own Way Oracle by Ari Wisner, and we're going to be using the Visionary Woman Tarot by Kristine Gorman. Okay, let's see what energies we have got. Let me see what's happening here. Right, let's move this to here. Right, then we can put the Oracle card underneath. You know me, I'm always footering with my camera set up. Do you even know what that word means, footering? I love that word. You're just going to footer about. Right. You know, so before I pressed record, I do this for all the signs. I kind of tapped into the Scorpio collective, and it's sometimes it's a wee bit intimidating. I ain't going to lie. Even for this Taurus, it is just a wee bit intimidating. But I'll tell you the story, right? I was away last week, and something's happened to me, Scorpio. Something strange has happened to me, and I know you'll all be super proud watching this. You'll be, oh, amazing. I'm feeling feelings. Right? And I know that sounds silly, but it's like I'm feeling feelings that I'm not used to, shall we say. And I can't remember the last time I did. And it's not exactly comfortable. But anyway, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Maybe because I told the Scorpio about this earlier, and I don't know. And sometimes it's like these things I have going on in my head. It's like sometimes the only people I can talk to about them is a Scorpio. But it has to be the right Scorpio. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean when I say that? It needs to be the right one. So, let us see what we've got. Instead of me waffling on. If you're still here, amazing, Scorpio. But we've got nothing defines you. Wow. Oh, help me. help me, Scorpio. Right. Okay. If nothing defines you, then what does? Then what is the definition of not being defined? I don't know. But there you are. That wee butterfly flying free of any imaginary or imposed structures. Entrapment. There's a word. Who's trying to trap you, Scorpio? Who do you think, or who do you feel like is trying to trap you? Are they trying to trap you? Or are you trying to trap somebody? Let's be honest about this now. But the definition, nothing defines you. Okay? So maybe you just need to go and find a different way to be. Maybe you're already being different. Maybe you're already living your life in a manner that is just so wonderfully abstract. Okay? Maybe you are. Maybe you're already. Or maybe you're craving that, Scorpio. Maybe you're craving abstract living, abstract expression. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe there is so many structures happening in your life right now that you just want to tear them all down. You know, there's circles within circles, and walls within walls, and fences within fences, and your heart's desire is just to simply be free. And the definition of freedom for you, what is your definition of freedom? You know, what maybe that's the define. Maybe if nothing defines you, then it's a definition of freedom that you need. It could be. I'm just writing that down because it feels like a message for not just you, for somebody else. But your definition of freedom. Let's see. Let's see what the tarot has to say, Scorpio. Right, let's see. We have got the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, the World, wow, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Woofed. Big energies. And we have got the Six of Wands at the bottom. Okay, we get the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now, Scorpio, you always give me intense readings. You know, you always give me intense stuff to unpack, to look at, to find. First and foremost, what's coming through is it ends now. Okay? See, whatever it's got going on, it ends now. No longer will people be attempting to control you. Okay? You know what you want, you know where it is. Your intuition, you need to trust your intuition, Scorpio. And it feels very, it feels painful, Scorpio. Okay? That's what it is. It feels painful. It feels painful in the fact that whatever circumstances are going on, you don't have complete autonomy. Now, obviously, this is a general reading, Scorpio, and I want to point that out. And I feel like I need to point this out because it's not going to be the same story for every single Scorpio watching this, or every single Scorpio ascendant and moon or Jupiter or whatever reason you're here. If you're a cross watcher and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, well, the person I'm interested in doesn't feel like they're going through this, right? Scorpio, maybe you don't even know that you're going through this. But it's like, intuitively, you know what you need to do. You know you've got this cup. You know that you've got this Ace of Cups. And it needs to get through the world. You know, it needs to get through the portal for Saturn. This Saturnian lesson that has been imposed on you. It's just time. Scorpio, it's time to let it all go. It's just time to... I'm getting quite emotional, to be perfectly honest with you. I told you something happened to me last week. All these feelings. But honestly, it just feels like it needs to end. Like, enough already. Because there's so much goodness coming towards you. There's so much potential. And you just want the fight to be over. You need, it's not even you want the fight to be over. You need the fight to be over. The Ten of Wands you're carrying, the burden that you're carrying, you just want to let it all go. And it feels like for some of you, if you had your time again, it would be so much different, you know, but we can't get back in time. We can't change the outcome of things. We can only deal with what we've got in front of us, and it just makes it deeply frustrating. You know, there's this, it feels like there's this like image or this controlling factor. That's what it feels like, this controlling energy round about you that just will not let go. Now, whether that's a physical thing, maybe if it's like a physical limitation, a geographical limitation, a health limitation, you know, it just feels like there's something and it needs to go, it needs to end, and it needs to be dealt with. It could be, you know, I mean, let's see, like, it could be another person, you know. Like, what signs have we got showing up here? We've got Pisces, we've got Aquarius. That's never a good idea, a Scorpio and an Aquarius, put it that way. We've got Leo. We've got Cancer, that's nice. Scorpios and Cancerians is nice. You get the world, Saturn, you know, like Saturn ruled signs, Aquarius or Capricorn. My God, a Scorpio and Capricorn, ugh, can't even begin to imagine that. But it's like whatever is around you, whoever is around you, see where you can let things go. You know, it's like, see this Five of Swords here. It's like this, the Five of Swords, this tiger here is just like, I've had enough. You know, it's like, I'm closing my eyes, I've done the fighting, I've got the swords, I'm walking away from them. We've got the Eight of Cups as well, the emotional letting go of things. It's just, you know, it's Saturn, and it's Saturn again, it's a Saturnian lesson. That just feels so heavy. Oops. She says smashing her smashing our selenite, you know, but you get a Ten of Wands as well. That's Saturn, you know, there's so much Saturn in this reading, Scorpio. You know, it's like, when are you going to wade through it? You know, it's like in August, in fact. That's what it could be, you know. In August we have got Saturn retrograding back into Pisces, you know, so that's going to trine your sun, and ordinarily that would be a good thing, but again, it's Saturn, it could be really challenging. It could be just this, you know, things that you felt that you had dealt with over the last few years have all of a sudden came and reared their ugly head again, and you're like, what the fuck? I thought I had dealt with this, you know, and that's what it feels like. And it's almost like, you know, there's this kind of energy whereby there's now these expectations being placed upon you that you thought that you had fulfilled. These obligations, no expectations, obligations. So it feels like there's these obligations that you were completely under the impression that you had done them, you had fulfilled your duties. This is the words that are just free flowing out my mouth right now. It's like it's like there's just this control that's trying its best to just keep you down, you know. And like over the past few weeks, like maybe a couple of months, it's like, or certainly like since Saturn moved into Aries, it's not really having any effect on you anymore. And it's just like all of a sudden it's just reared back up again. You know, these burdens that you thought you had walked away from, these Saturnine burdens that you thought you had get rid of, they're all of a sudden coming back in, and it's like, seriously, what the hell, you know? And it's these, I mean, the five of Swords is Venus and Aquarius, not its favourite place to be. You know, it just feels heavy and yucky and murky, and just where can we go from here? You know, it's like, do you know what, Scorpio? I'm going to do something that I very rarely do anymore, and I'm going to pull a clarifier card. And I'm looking for a deck. And I'm going to use this sheet. And it's another Ari Wisner deck, and it's called the Trinity Tarot. And it's square shaped, and I love it. And I'm going to pull another card. In fact, I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Scorpio. Don't tell the other signs, right? Don't tell them. So I can have 3 other cards for a solution, for a potential solution for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need? What does Scorpio need to get rid of these feelings? Oh, you need the 10 of Cups, Scorpio. Then what else do you need? You need the King of Pentacles. You need a Taurus, Scorpio. And you get a 9 of Swords. Okay? Scorpio, you need a Taurus. All I'm going to say, okay? Because only a Scorpio, only a Taurus, right? You've got a 10 of Cups, right? The 10 of Cups is, there's a finality, there's an emotional finality to this, right? You're reaching the end of this path, this journey, this exploration into emotions. And you get a Crown of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, and right here in the centre, find, Scorpio, I'm going to tell you this, find your Taurus, right? Because every Scorpio has got a Taurus, right? Find your Taurus, and they will help you through the nightmare, right? The things that keep you up at night, tell your Taurus. And even if you, and you know what? See, even if you don't think you've got a Taurus, you have. I promise you. There is not a Scorpio who does not have a Taurus. And as long as that Taurus still talks to you, they will go to the ends of the earth for you, right? Because they love you. And it's as simple as that. And they will go to the ends of the earth for you. Find your Taurus. And they will walk into the 9 of Swords is traditionally known as a nightmare card. And they will walk into hell for you, Scorpio. And they will walk into hell and they will find you. And they will take you by the hand and they will lead you home. To wherever that home is. To whoever that home is. And to wherever that home is, they will not leave you. And I feel like this was a very necessary message. So Scorpio, trust them. Trust in them. Trust that the Taurus will just... Here's the words I want to say, right? Even though you don't realise it, even though you might not feel it, even though they might not see it, trust them to love you. Okay? It'll get a bit wild and intense there for a moment, but you can handle it. I know you can. I hope you're okay, Scorpio. I really hope you're okay. I will see you in the next one. Okay? Lots of love. Bye.